Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Math for me and you. Let's learn maths together. Hello dear friends, I am Sindhu Suresh. In this video we are discussing questions based on common difference and the terms of an arithmetic progression. Before answering questions, let's recall some important facts. Arithmetic progression, the short form is AP. If A is the first term and D is the common difference, we can write the terms in the AP as A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. How can we find common difference D? We can use the formula second term minus first term or third term minus second term. How can we find the nth term of an AP? An, the nth term we can calculate using the formula A plus n minus 1 into D. Questions based on sum of n terms of an AP will be in its part 2 video. First question. In an AP, if the common difference D equals minus 4 and the seventh term A7 equals 4, find the first term. What is given here? Common difference D. D equals minus 4. And also given A7, seventh term equals 4. Find the first term means we have to find what is A. We will start with A7. A7 is equal to 4. What is the formula for seventh term? Nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. So here it is A plus 7 minus 1, that is 6D is equal to 4. We can put the value for D. Here we need to find A. So we keep A on the left side plus 6 times D we can replace with the number minus 4 equals 4. 6 times minus 4 minus 24. We can move to the right side. So we get A 6 times minus 4 minus 24 is equal to 4. Next step, we can keep minus 24 to the right side. It will go to the right side as a positive term. Then we get the value of A. So what is A? A is equal to, right side is 4 plus 24. What is A? The first term. And what answer we get? Equals 28. Second question. Find the common difference of the AP 1 over A, 3 minus A over 3A, 3 minus 2A over 3A, etc. Here 1 over A is the first term and 3 minus A over 3A, this is the second term, and the third term. 3 terms are given. So we can find the common difference. What is the formula? We can use second term minus first term, or if you want you can write third term minus second term. I am writing second term minus first term. Okay, let's put the values. Second term is 3 minus A over 3A minus, what is the first term? 1 over A. And here we can see the denominators. They are different denominators. If we want to do subtraction, we need to get same denominator. For addition and subtraction, we need to get same denominator. So what we can do? The second denominator, we can multiply with the 3, where numerator and denominator, we have to multiply with 3. So that we get same denominator 3A. We can write the common denominator 3A. Both the fractions with the same denominator. What is numerator? 3 minus A minus 3 times 1, that is minus 3. 3 and minus 3 we could cancel. Then we can write minus A over 3A. What you will do next? Yes, the common factor A we could cancel. Numerator and denominator we could cancel A. So we get minus 1 over 3. What is this? This is D, and D is the common difference. Next important question is, how many 2 digits numbers are divisible by 3? 2 digits number starts with the number 10. After that 11. We will look which number is the first number divisible by 3. 10 we cannot divide by 3. 11 we cannot, but 12. So we start with 12. After that 15 we can divide by 3. Then 18 up to what number? The largest 2-digit number is 99. Can we divide by 3? Yes. So we can write 99. So this is an AP. Sometimes we get the similar question in a different way. So the question will be, if 12, 15, 18, etc. are the terms of an AP. Which term of this AP is 99? That means if AN is 99, we have to find what is N. Do you get the question? What is A in this AP? This is an AP. The first term A is 12. What is the common difference? If it is divisible by 3, then the common difference will be 3. D equals 3. Can you find AN? We will take here AN as 99. We don't know which term is 99. How many terms we don't know. So we are going to find that. If AN is 99, then we can use the formula A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 99. We can substitute the value for A. A equals 12. N minus 1 there. We can substitute the value for D. So 12 plus N minus 1 into 3 is equal to 99. We can move the number 12 to the right side because it is not connected with N. And it will go as a negative number. N minus 1 into 3 equals 99 minus 12. Then we get the value. It is equal to 87. N minus 1 into 3 equals 87. We need N minus 1. So we can divide both sides with 3 so that we get N minus 1. N minus 1 is equal to 87 by 3. How much it is? Let's look. Take 87, divide by 3. 3 2s are 6. 8 minus 6, 2. Next digit 7 we can bring down. It is 27. 3 times 9, 27. So we get the number 29. N minus 1 equals 29. What is N? N equals, we could move minus 1 to the right side. It becomes plus 1. If we move a negative number to the right side, it becomes positive. So N equals 29 plus 1 equals 30. What is the meaning? There are 30 two-digit numbers which are divisible by 3. Next question. Determine the AP whose third term is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. It is given third term is 16. So we could start from there. What is third term? A3. A3 is equal to 16. And we can use the formula. This is A plus 2D. N minus 1, 3 minus 1, that is 2D equals 16. We could write this as equation number 1 because we need A and a D, the first term and the common difference. That we get from the second condition. Seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. So we can write the same way. Seventh term, what is the meaning seventh term? A7 is equal to fifth term, that is A5. Exceeds means more, plus. So it is plus 12. By using the formula for AN, we can write A plus 6D is equal to A5 we can write as A plus 4D plus 12. The left side of the equation and the right side there is A. So we could cancel both sides. From both sides we could cancel A. 6D equals 4D plus 12. Collect D on one side. The term 4D we can move to the left side. It becomes minus 4D. Then we write 6D which is on the left side. Minus 4D is equal to 12. 6D minus 4D. 6 minus 4. It is 2D is equal to 12. Can you find the value of D? How can we find? Divide by 2 both sides. So D equals 12 over 2 because left side 2 we could cancel. D equals 6. D is the common difference, that is equal to 6. Now we can substitute this in equation number 1. Then we can find A. If we get A, we can find what is AP. So we are going to substitute in equation number 1. What is equation number 1? A plus 2D equals 16. In place of D, we can substitute the value 6. So we get A plus 2 into 6 is equal to 16. 2 into 6, 12. We can move to the right side. A equals 16 minus 12. How much it is? 4. So we get the first term A, that is 4, and the common difference is 6. So what is AP? We could start with the 4. Then second term is 4 plus 6. How much it is? 4 plus 6 is 10. Third term is 10 plus 6, 16. So we can write this AP, every number plus 6. 16 plus 6, 22, etc. The AP is 4, 10, 16, 22, etc. Next question is a different question. If m times the mth term of an AP is equal to n times its nth term and m not equal to n, show that m plus nth term of the AP is 0. Here it is given mth term. Using the formula we can write what is mth term? am, that is a plus m minus 1 into d. So we have to take am and multiply with m. How to write? Am multiply means we can keep this am in bracket, then m times. See, m times am. This is the same or equal to n times, nth term is n times an. Now we can put the value for am. M times a plus m minus 1 into d. Mth term is a plus m minus 1 into d. This is equal to n times a plus n minus 1 into d, because nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. Left side and right side. Outside the bracket there is m and n respectively. So left side we can remove the bracket. How? Multiply with m. All the terms inside the bracket we could multiply with m. Okay, let's start. M times a. This is the first term. M multiply with a. ma. Plus second term. First we can write m and d together and then remove the inside bracket. md times m minus 1 equals the right side. Same way we can remove the bracket. How can we remove? N we take, multiply with a, and n multiply with the second term. So we could write n times a, na plus n into n minus 1 into d. If you want you can write n and d together, nd times n minus 1. Same like what we have written on the left side. Again you can say a bracket we need to remove. ma write same, and now we are going to remove the bracket with md times. So we get m times m square d minus md times 1, it is minus md, equals na write same as it is, and then nd we are going to multiply inside. N square d minus 1 times nd is nd. Similar terms we could write in one side and then we can rearrange the equation. What are the similar terms? ma and na. We can move na to the left side. It becomes negative. N square d we can write together with m square d. Also we can move minus md. It becomes plus nd on the left side. Okay, rearrange the equation. We can write ma, that is a term, and minus na. A terms are together. Next we can write d terms. M square d minus n square d. After that minus md on the left side. Then from the right side we can move minus nd. It becomes plus nd equal 0. First two terms we can consider, and from there we can write a as a common factor. So write the common factor a, then open a bracket. M minus n we get inside the bracket because we have taken a outside, plus now the next two terms we could join. There d is the common factor, so we can write d and open a bracket. M square d. D is outside, so what is the remaining term? The terms are m square minus n square. Next two terms, from here we can take minus d outside, because if we take minus d outside, inside the bracket we get m minus n. See here, plus becomes minus because we take minus d outside. So we get m minus n equal 0. Now look at the three terms. What is common? M minus n. See all the three terms with m minus n. We can write this first. Then open a bracket. First term, m minus n outside. What is the remaining term? A. Plus second term D, we can write m square minus n square. We know it is m minus n into m plus n. Where is m minus n? It is outside. So the remaining is m plus n. So second term D times m plus n minus m minus n we take outside, so it is just D equal to 0. Again we can simplify the bracket so that m minus n we write same. Inside the bracket just simplify. A write same. But the second and third term from here and here we can take D common factor. M plus n minus 1. Because minus D means D outside. So it is minus 1. Close the bracket. Equal 0. M minus n times a bracket is equal to 0. M minus n, is it 0? No. Because it is given in the question itself. M not equal to n. That means m minus n cannot be 0. Then what is 0? From here we can write a plus d times m plus n minus 1. This is 0. M minus n not equal to 0 because m not equal to n. So we get this result. Keep it as equation number 1. What we have to prove is m plus nth term is equal to 0. So we are going to write what is m plus nth term. A m plus n, that means a plus m plus n minus 1 times d. Whatever the number minus 1 then times d. Here m plus n minus 1 times d. And look at equation number 1. We can see from equation number 1 this is equal to 0. Hence we get the result, the m plus nth term a m plus n is equal to 0. Next question. If a, b, c are in AP, show that a square times b plus c, b square times c plus a and c square times a plus b are in AP. If a, b, c are in AP, can you find the common difference? Yes, second term minus the first term. And this is the same. Third term minus second term. Okay, we can write second term b minus the first term. This is common difference d. The same value we get if we do third term minus second term. And now we can collect b in one side, a and a c in other side. Okay, so we are going to do that. Minus a, when we move to the right side, it becomes plus a, and minus b we can move to the left side, it becomes plus b. What we get? B plus b on the left side. This is equal to the right side a plus c or c plus a. Both are correct. B plus b is 2b equals a plus c. We can write this as equation number 1. What we have to prove in this question is a square times b plus c. Let me mark it as first term. B square times c plus a, second term, and c square times a plus b are in AP. If three terms, that is the first term, second term, and a third term. You can see I have marked first term, second term and third term. If they are in AP, the first term and third term, their total is equal to 2 times the middle term. On the basis of equation number 1, we say this. Okay, now we can check this. First term plus third term, a square times b plus c square times a plus b is equal to 2 terms with bracket. We could remove the bracket. A square, we multiply and remove the first bracket. How to multiply? A square times b, a square times c. And then the second bracket we remove by multiplying with the c square times a and c square times b. The result we could write a square b plus a square c. Now the second bracket plus ac square, we can write in order ac square plus bc square. Please keep in your mind what we need. We need b square times c plus a on the right side. Okay, so we are going to do that. Just rearrange the 4 terms. Second term and third term we can collect together. Then we can get a and c there. First and last term, from these 2 terms we can take b as common factor. So the next step, we will write the second term and third term together. A square c plus ac square. This is only rearranging. And now we are writing the first term and last term together. A square b plus bc square. First two terms, what is common factor? AC. So we can write AC first and then open a bracket. AC outside. So what is inside A? Then plus C. Last two terms, what is common? B is common. So we can write there A square plus C square inside the bracket. B is common factor outside. Now we write the first term same as it is. AC times A plus C. But the second term we arrange a little bit. We write plus b times what is a square plus c square? It is a plus c the whole square minus 2ac. We studied that. So we can write that result. A plus c the whole square minus 2ac. From equation number 1, we can replace a plus c with 2b. So I am writing in place of a plus c, what? 2b. This is we get from equation number 1. It is 2b. Plus b times a plus c the whole square. What is it? 2b the whole square. Minus 2ac we write same as it is because we don't know what is ac. Okay, we can multiply the first bracket. 2b times ac. So we can write as 2abc. Plus b times 2b the whole square is 4b square. So we have multiplied b with 2b the whole square. Now we have to multiply with minus 2ac. b times minus 2ac is minus 2abc. See the first term plus 2abc. Cancel with the last term minus 2abc. Now the middle term 4b square times b. We are just splitting or rearranging this as 2b square times 2b. 4 we have splitted 2 and 2. Why we are doing like this? Because we need the term b square into a plus c. That's why we are splitting. And we know 2b is a plus c. So 2b square we write same as it is. And 2b we are changing from equation number 1, a plus c. b square times a plus c. This is the second term. So now what the result we are getting is 2 times the second term. We started with the first term plus third term and now we are getting the result 2 times the second term. We know that if 3 terms are in AP, first term plus third term is equal to 2 times the second term and we are getting the result. So we could say the given 3 terms a square times b plus c, b square times a plus c and c square times a plus b are in AP. Hope the questions which we discussed over here are clear to you. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. See you with more useful videos. Thank you.